know.
That's what she said.
So, Chris, you canceled?
What?
Oh, wait, no. She rage quit. She's in the bathroom. Hold on.
She just,
Yo, Tiffany.
All right, I just saw the 100%, so I wasn't sure. Go ahead.
Tiffany, don't you ever yell at someone again, please, on the panel, all right? If you want to get a point across, please do not yell at someone, all right? Because I won't lie to you, if it was me and a bitch was yelling at me across the damn table, I would have, you know what I'm saying? So please control yourself. If you can't talk to somebody properly, do not say it at all, right? Like, I get you're upset, but please do not raise your voice at somebody on the panel.
Understood. I respect you guys.
All right, chill.
Okay, the proper context. There was some words being spoken between Tiffany, the blonde, and another girl on the panel. And Chris is simply telling her, look, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. And that coming from one of the key instigators of the whole podcast. So if he's saying something, you know it's got to be out of pocket. It is what it is. Let's get back into it. Getting back into it. That's hot. We're having some difficulties with the stream. I'm really sorry about that. We're going to try and get back into it. Oh, it looks like it's going down. Let's have a look at it.
You're watching The Legal Breakdown. So we've got the first day of the actual...
When that happens. What we do it for you guys. So again, here's what it is.
I don't know.
That's what she said.
So, Chris, you canceled?
What?
I think we got it now. Let's try it again.
I don't know.
That's what she said.
So, Chris, you canceled?
What?
Oh, wait, no. She rage quit. She's in the bathroom. Hold on.
She just,
Yo, Tiffany.
All right, I just saw the 100%, so I wasn't sure. Go ahead.
Tiffany, don't you ever yell at someone again, please, on the panel, all right? If you want to get a point across, please do not yell at someone, all right? Because I won't lie to you, if it was me and a bitch was yelling at me across the damn table, I would have, you know what I'm saying? So please control yourself. If you can't talk to somebody properly, do not say it at all, right? Like, I get you're upset, but please do not raise your voice at somebody on the panel.
Understood. I respect you guys.
All right, chill the fuck out. Just say yes, and that's it.
Yeah, I got it, dude.
All right, cool, thank you.
Can I make a response to the Ukrainian stuff?
Oh, yeah. So that's all I was going to say is that what she just touched on was like a microcosm of a bigger problem. A lot of men, especially men that have money and status, are leaving the United States to find more submissive, feminine women that actually act like ladies outside of, no offense, the behavior that was exhibited tonight. Yeah. You're going to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, like, I mean, do you guys know any of these passport bros and the women that they're with and how, well, not necessarily just the male perspective, but the women that they're with and the quality of these relationships?
I mean, they're a lot better. And the reason why is because men don't really care about a woman's income or her status. We prefer a girl that's going to follow our lead, not be a headache. And if she's attractive, we don't give a fuck about where she's from.
How are these relationships better? Can you expand on that?
They're better because the leadership dynamic is automatically instilled in the woman. So, for example, if I say, you're not going to go out dressed like that. She's not going to argue with me and give me lip and say, no, nigga, or anything else like that, or I'm going to do what I want, or you need to talk to me different. Like, she's just going to say, oh, okay. And she just does it. Like, she doesn't argue with you. And American women tend to be combative, and they think that they're equal to you. They think that they can tell you how to be a man, etc. And we just don't want that.
Okay.
You don't think
Okay. I can find no fault in his logic whatsoever. Because at its base, that's what we want. Now, granted, the way it'll come across for most people will be more of the suggestion type of are you gonna wear that? I don't think you should wear that tonight. I don't think you should go out like that. And it'd be like that. Are there gonna be people that are gonna yell and scream and tell you what to do? Yes, there are. And there are women who will take it. So before you get all crazy about that, if someone is going to take it, someone's going to dish it out. And that goes across any endeavor in human history. And the day it stops is the day that someone puts a stop to it. Or a group of people put a stop to it. And it becomes a societal norm. But up until that day happens, there's going to be a level of we'll call it discussion regarding things like fashion, etiquette, mannerisms, and things like that. Again, not everybody is going to be like, yo, what are you doing? I'm wearing this. Wait, don't change your clothes. You don't hear that. Not for the most part. Will you hear it from time to time? Yes, you will. But for the most part, it's given in a softer tone. Is that a product of feminism? Probably. But, as I stated on many, many different podcasts, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And there's nothing anyone's going to be able to do about it to make it better. So in the absence of making it better, which is the optimal outcome, what you're going to see now is a lot of people acknowledging it for what it is and circumventing it. Again, that's the world we live in. Let's get back to it.
That's like
not
such
every
a
single
turn-on, though.
I feel not every single man like, and not every single woman looks for the exact same things. Now you can say majority.
Oh,
you
really?
can say, yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna come with your points and your perspective on that. But I think that
I would argue all women are looking for the same thing.
We're not.
and those things.
And I'll give you an example.
Myron's gonna cook. Pay close attention, y'all.
Dating apps show that women only find 5% of men as attractive. I think that's one of the hardest statistics that prove that women are literally looking for the same thing.
I don't even be on dating now.
For those that didn't get it, dating apps show that women swipe right on 5% of the guys. That means 85 to 90% of women on a dating app swipe the same 5% of guys. That by itself will tell you you're dating the same guys. And that's why a lot of people will sit there and say women are the same. Because they are for the most part. They're dating the same guys. Look for the same things. And the Chads and Tyrones of the world know this. they'll give it to you, and you're gonna give them what they want, which is gonna screw it up for everybody else. Now, in an ideal society, it'll be more evenly distributed. But unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal society. This is the hand we're dealt. And it gets crappier and crappier with each passing generation. Again, it is what it is. Let's get back to it.
Okay, but that you're
But
the
not-
exception to the rule. It doesn't
I'm so
matter.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Whatever you have to say
Can we
about
have
the
a
dating apps,
dialogue
it
really
doesn't
quick? Because you've had a
matter.
lot of time, my love.
Sorry.
Thank you.
No, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we'll give you.
But
Well, did it have to do with this topic or?
yeah, I'm only talking about the topic.
Okay,
Okay,
lot
say
of
your
time
thing
y'all
and then
just
you'll say your
scream.
thing. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
I was just gonna say like you might be the exception of the rule. It's like you not being on a dating app. Like I understand, but
Oh,
like if he's
respond to her.
talking about this is the statistic, then that's what it is. You know, you're the exception to the rule. You're not on the dating apps. That's all I have
Okay,
to
go
say.
ahead.
But also keep in mind that
I don't know
her
what those-
not being on a dating app
She's still
doesn't
talking
have
to me.
anything to do with what her
Exactly.
wants are.
Why are you targeting me?
No, she's not targeting you. She's just saying that
I
you
know,
saying
not.
Out of
she's saying that
everything
you
was
saying that
just
you weren't
being
on a
said,
dating
why
app
did
doesn't
you
really change.
reply off of what I said.
All right.
Wow.
We can
Continue.
have like
Okay.
I feel like we are
ahead.
not able to
My
have like
shit was a joke,
solid
but
dialogue.
okay.
Yeah,
Like
go ahead.
there's a lot of off railing. But yeah, I mean, so the point you made, I
Yeah.
want to be clear. So the point that you made was that on dating apps women find a lot of the same things attractive. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that women find 90+% of men as unattractive based on certain traits. Now, of course, dating apps.
Okay. And to drive that point home, as I stated before in another podcast, we're not saying we're not saying meh. We're saying ew. Oh no. We'll have none of that, thank you. And why do women look at that way? Because they, as again, they're all looking at the same guy. If you don't fit that aesthetic, they don't want nothing to do with you. It's always been that way with the advent of the internet in general and social media in particular have all but sealed our fate. Again, it is what it is. Let's get back to it.
So just one barometer to use what women are attracted to. But
Right.
the reason why I like dating apps is because you're letting the woman pick on her own devices without any outside influence. She picks what she really wants, and what you find is when women are able to pick what they really want without any outside pressure or friends telling them what to do, etc., they pick the same fucking guys.
But I think
Over
we
and
have
over.
to acknowledge the demographic of dating apps. It's a very superficial way of dating. And the group of people that you're
Okay, I'm gonna cut her off because she started to babble. And the reason why I can say that with a high degree of confidence and certainty is because of this little fact. In any encounter that involves dating, the first thing you're going to see is how they look. How they are aesthetically. Are they pleasant to look at? And that in and of itself is superficial. So what are you saying? Again, in an ideal world, you find somebody to say, okay, tell me what you're about. And you can talk to her about, and they can make their decision off that. But it doesn't work that way because you have to have some sort of physical attraction in order to for the man to approach the female and the female to engage with the guy. It is what it is. Don't shoot the messenger. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Taking this statistic from are a very superficial and shallow group of people. Dating on a screen is very different than being in person, I feel like. And so when you're talking about the statistics that you're talking about, you also have to factor in the demographic that we're talking about. And I also will acknowledge that a lot of women...
Well, remember, the demographic, the way women select, all I'm saying is that it's sensationalized on the dating apps, but it doesn't refute the fact that women are selecting for these traits. Height, good looks, income, profession, etc. Like,
but that's
women
just the
tend to look at
percentage of women that are on that dating app, and the quality of women that are on that dating app is also in question.
No, no, no. It's not a small percentage. 90% of women on dating apps swipe right. In other words, I like the guy 5% of the time. No one is refuting that. It is a logical, statistical, and factual certainty. So I don't understand what you're saying. I don't think you understand what you're saying because you conflated things and you double talked and you backtracked on yourself several times in this little bit of a conversation. Translation: you hurt my feelings. And as we know, Myron, no Effs given. I'm sorry your feelings are hurt, but this is how it is. All right, let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Can we
Well,
ask,
dating
like,
apps
what
are-
does everybody expect
That's
out
right.
of a man?
Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that we're talking about, like, you're speaking in very general terms, right? So general
That's how
meaning
the world
majority.
works.
He has to.
In
With-
generalities.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely.
I'm simply
hearing what
making
you're
the
saying.
argument that women typically have the same archetype of man that they like, despite the fact that they sit there and try to say, I'm different or I'm special. But you guys are all typically chasing the same small demographic of men.
I hear the point
now,
that
do
you're
you get
making.
them? Do you get them? Probably not. But that does not refute the fact that this is what women want.
So the evidence that you're presenting, though,
Yeah.
with this dating app thing, and I understand that that's
Yeah.
just one example that you have.
Just one,
and I'm
yeah.
sure you have others.
Yeah.
But since that's the one that was brought up, then I want to talk about that one.
Sure.
So I feel like with the statistic that you brought up with the dating apps, it's showing a skewed and very small modicum of women.
Do you notice how the young lady in the puke green, I guess it's a dress, I don't know. Everything is I feel like. She's leading with emotion. Conversely, the guys on the panel, Myron and Walter and Chris, you haven't heard them say I feel like. Because this isn't the coulda, woulda, shoulda show. They're speaking on how things are, not what they think, hope, or wish they would be. But you are. We're going to finish up here. Let's go.
I think that you're speaking very generally and very like majority, when I'm not going to say that majority of people are on dating apps.
What I'm saying is that nowadays, the way women are getting married and meeting men, one of the fastest ways is through online.
Yeah.
One of the fastest ways is through
So
online.
that means it's extremely important and pertinent to the conversation It's pertinent to this discussion about what women find attractive in men.
But
So
are a majority of women on dating apps.
okay,
so.
let's go back real quick to see how we even got here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making the argument that men and women are different and we select for different things.
For sure.
A man can go to a third world country,
Yep.
find an attractive woman that has nothing, and elevate her,
Okay.
increase her status, and he's okay with that. It doesn't work the other way around. You're not going to Ukraine and picking up some guy making $200 per fucking year.
I think that's pathetic,
dating him.
regardless, man or woman.
How's that pathetic?
Because you're going out of America and you're going to find someone that you deem, I would say, more pliable, someone that will listen more, someone that is just, I mean, and I'm gonna say this.
No, that's
I'm
sure,
not gonna.
that's sure.
I'm not trying to talk
No,
down on women that
say
are
what you gotta say. It's fine.
submissive.
No, sure.
But like weaker women, weaker-minded, less-willed women, and I find that pathetic. I think that you're looking
Sure.
for someone who's an easy.
I'm going to translate that for you. I find somebody weak. The women most women are weaker. Translation. They given what I'm not, and I can't and I won't. So I must put them down to make myself look better. That's all it is. That's all it ever was. That's all it ever will be. And you can say what you want. You can do what you want. You can feel however you want. Passport bros aren't going anywhere. If anything, it's accelerating. Because men want to get married. They want to have families. But the women here in the West and in America in particular are not agreeable to that. Now, one of the main reasons why women tend to like that abroad goes back to something my wife told me when we went to England in 24 years ago now. She said that in England I'd have my 15 minutes of fame. It was big black American from New York. She told no lies. Then I was a DJ. I did karaoke on the side. I was very popular. And my 15 minutes of fame lasted about 10 years. It is what it is. But this one here, I don't get it. Let's listen to Myron's response, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Easier target.
Fair point. Let me ask you a question then. Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
I'm sorry.
Would it be fair to say that you want a man that's taller than you?
Not necessarily. We can be the
Preferably,
same
if
height.
you had to choose between taller than you or shorter than you, which one would you prefer?
I wouldn't give a fuck. I care about people that I connect
Now we're gonna
with.
have an.
Sorry for stopping it as often as I am. But let's take two things into consideration before I play this video again. The man used the word prefer. So it's not what you're getting. It's what you would like to get. That is your preference. Everybody has a preference. Everybody has a type. The honest people among us will tell you, yeah, I do, and it's this, and this. The dishonest people, aka you, Miss Puke Dress, be like, I don't give a F. That's not cool.
Honest discussion, and you should give me honest answers here.
I think that you're used to a certain brand of woman, and you're convinced that anybody that says anything different is lying.
All right, cool. So they can be your height.
Period.
Fantastic.
They
Okay.
can be my height. They
Okay.
can be shorter.
Okay.
It's depending on the connection I have.
Okay.
with that
Do they need to be physically stronger than you and capable of protecting you in some type of dangerous situation?
Not necessarily.
Yo.
All right. Do they have to make as much money as you, or if not more?
No.
They can make less than.
This woman is disingenuous. I can't take any more of it. At all. Because she's not honest. He asks simple questions that require a yes or no answer. No, yeah. Would you like to date someone that's taller than you? Yes. More money than you? Yes. Stronger than you? Yes. There was no reason for anything else. And yet, there she is, spouting off her nonsense. As I stated before in the podcast, putting this BS aside, passport bros aren't going anywhere. So the logical response to it would be, well, if they're not going anywhere, I have one of two, maybe three options. One, let them go. Or two, understand why they're going and present myself in a light that makes them want to stay. Now you hear all these women talking about let them go, let them go, let them go. Yeah, and why should we be the first ones crying when you can't find anybody because all your good men are gone? It is what it is. And with that, we're going to call it a day. Thank you all for allowing me to input my 2 cents into the conversation. Hopefully you learned something from it. If not, at the very least, I hope you were entertained. And as always, these podcasts are brought to you by the Power of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, share. Can't get this girl up. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all.